It would have to be the town of Charlton, Saratoga County, New York,
And when were you born? What's your birthday?
December 28th,
1914?
13.
13. Okay. Where did you go to high school?
Uh, um, Boston Spa. Well, Boston Lake also. Yeah.
What happened when you got drafted? Where did they send you?
Well, I went to Syracuse and put on a bus and sent me to Fort Dix.
Stateside at that time. The war is going on. What is the mood? What are people saying? What are people doing?
Well, everyone had a relative that was involved, and you could just go up and down the road and somebody had a relative that was involved.
When you got there, when you saw the 92nd, when you saw the unit and saw that all the soldiers were black, what went through your mind?
This is different. I didn't have any animosity toward or anything. It was just different.
What were the other white officers saying about the black soldiers?
Oh, some of the white officers, particularly from the South, couldn't take it.
What did they say?
They talk about the blacks and their family plantation and things like that.
The officers would say they had black workers on their plantations?
Yeah.
What was your job? What were you supposed to do?
Oh, I was G2 intelligence.
And what would that mean? To describe to somebody, when they said, what did you do during the war, how would you describe to them?
Well, in military intelligence, you gathered information from anywhere you can get it, from prisoners, from natives, radio intercept, interviews of people in the Navy, anywhere you could get the information, yeah.
What information were you looking for?
Primarily order of battle. Enemy's order of battle, yeah.
And what would an order of battle be? What does order of battle mean?
The enemy's organization.
Were you able to get information?
Oh, yeah.
What did people tell you?
Anything they saw or heard. The natives, yeah.
And what would you do with that information?
What's that?
What would you do once you got this information?
Oh.
What would you do with it?
You try to, as we say, you massaged it into something that was meaningful.
And then what would happen with it?
Go to higher ranks in the military, yeah. Yeah. I can remember getting called in the middle of the night and some visiting general was there, and I was to report 7 o'clock the next morning, have breakfast with him. And he just wanted information. I remember in Lucca, there was worlds of information from the civilians.
What would they say? What would they tell you?
You just ask them questions, and they'd tell you anything they knew. Yeah.
Now, could you speak Italian? Were you able to speak Italian?
Very little.
Okay.
Yeah. You pick it up quite rapidly. Italian partisans were eager to tell you what they knew.
Why? Why were they so eager to tell us?
Oh, they were not pleased that Germany had occupied their homeland.
Did you ever get out of uniform and go undercover with the partisans?
Yes.
What did you do with them, with the partisans?
Just find out where the Germans were apt to strike next.
How would you do that? Did you go behind enemy lines?
Oh, the grapevine worked very good.
Were you ever in active combat? Were you ever shooting or being shot at?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us what that was like.
Well, you'd go to bed at night and hear the incoming rounds go over your head. You'd wake up in the morning and talk to your buddies and say, "What did you hear about last night?"
How did you sleep?
You just learn to ignore it. Yeah.
That's Mark Clark. Did you ever meet him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He received the Bronze Star.
Yeah. Sat in many staff meetings with him.
What was he like?
He was regular Army, and everything was by the book. I could go to a staff meeting, and I could tell you before I went what was going to happen.
How? How did you know?
I was military intelligence.
So you knew what the meeting was going to be about.
Yeah.
Did you ever mess with anybody?
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
have fun with them and give them the answer before they asked the question? Did you ever see your information, your military intelligence information, used in a battle plan? Where they said, Smith found out this, let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what was that like?
It was very meaningful to know ahead of time what was going to happen. And you could say to the sergeant who was always with you, you wake up in the morning and the sergeant and you would exchange morning greetings, and then they'd laugh about, we knew this was going to happen.